Now, your husband, Mrs. Pocciotti, just how long has he been unemployed?
God knows how long.
I'm afraid I'll have to have a more definite answer.
Must have been 1930. He got laid off.
And he's been unemployed ever since? For 8 or 9 years?
For 8 or 9 years, no jobs.
Was he incapacitated? I mean, was anything wrong with your husband?
His head was no good. He couldn't remember no more.
I see. His mind was affected. Now, has he received hospital or institutional treatment of any kind during this period?
He comes home, he goes back, and he comes home.
From the city sanitarium?
Yes.
And where is he now?
City sanitarium.
I see.
His head is no good.
Let's see now. Your sons?
Sons? Well, Frank and Tony went off. It was never no good, those boys. Tony, Chicago, Frank, I think. I don't know. I don't know those boys no more. Where they go, what they do, married, or working, or nothing. Those boys, I don't know.
Oh, you don't hear from them. Well, what are the others doing?
Well, Lucia, Selva, the young ones, still are in school.
They're attending grade school?
Still are in school.
And you have a daughter?
One girl.
She's also unemployed?
No, she don't work.
Her age and name. Name and age, please.
Name Tina. How old she is? She come right after the last boy. As soon as the boys make room, comes the girl.
Shall we say her age is 15?
Yeah, 15.
I see. I would like to talk to your daughter, Mrs. Pocciotti.
Talk to her.
Yes, where is she?
In there.
May I see her now?
No, don't go in. She don't like it.
She doesn't like it.
No.
Why not? Is your daughter sick?
What's the matter with her? I don't know. She don't want nobody to go into the room with her. She don't want the light turned on. She wants it to be always dark.
Dark? Always dark, really? What do you mean?
Dark?
You try to be more cooperative in your answers to questions?
What?
Is anything wrong with this girl?
Wrong? No, I don't know.
And yet you say she confines herself to a dark room and wishes to be left alone?
Yes.
Well, of course, that isn't a perfectly normal condition for a young girl to be in. You realize that?
No.
How long has this been going on?
Long? Long? How long?
Yes.
Yes, I think maybe God knows.
How long has she been in that room? Days, weeks, months? What? Mrs. Pocciotti, it seems necessary to inform you that there is an element of time we go by. Time measured by the clock and the calendar by the time. You understand what time means?
Time?
Yes. Now, how long has your daughter been in this condition?
6 months.
6 months? She's been in there in the dark for that long? Are you sure?
6 months.
How did this start?
On New Year's. He didn't come over. It started that night. It was first that he didn't come over in a long time, so she called up his place, and his mama said he was out, not to call him no more. She said he was going to be married with some German girl in just a few days, and they didn't want to be bothered.
He? Who is he?
The boy that she went steady with. Name was Max.
And you feel that her disappointment over this boy is what caused her to have this depressed mental state?
What?
After that, she went in the dark room. You think that was how it was started?
Well, maybe it was. I don't know. She phoned him down at the drugstore, and then she comes up to the kitchen and heats some water. She said she had pains in her stomach, bad pains.
Did she?
I don't know. Maybe she did. Anyhow, she went to bed with it and ain't been up from it since.
You mean that she's been shut up in the room ever since?
Yes,
Since New Year's, you said? 6 months?
6 months.
Doesn't she ever come out?
Well, when she's got to go to the bathroom, then she comes out. But other times she just stays in.
What does she do in there?
I don't know. She just lays there in the dark. Sometimes she makes noise,
Noise?
crying and calling bad names, and knocking her hands on the wall. Upstairs, they complain sometimes, but mostly she don't say nothing. She just lays there on the bed.
How about eating? Does she take regular meals?
She eats what he brings her.
He? What do you mean, Mrs. Pocciotti?
Max,
Max?
the boy she went steady with.
Mrs. Pocciotti, you don't mean to say that that boy is still permitted to see your daughter?
Yes,
But you said he got married.
yes, to that German girl. His folks was against our religion.
And still he comes here, married. He sees your daughter.
She won't let nobody else in except Max.
That's him in the room with the girl.
Yes,
She knows that he's married. Well, of course she knows about that.
how does she know what I know? I don't know. Can't tell you what I don't know.
He goes in the girl's room. What do they talk about?
Talk about? Nothing.
They talk about nothing.
Nothing.
You mean they don't talk? And what do they do in there, Mrs. Pocciotti?
I don't know. It's dark. I can't tell. He goes in, stays, and comes out.
Do I understand you correctly? The man, married, your daughter in such a condition, still you allow him to visit the girl in the dark. You leave them alone in there. You don't know what they're doing.
Yes, she likes him to go in there. It makes her be not so much noise, you know. When he don't come around a few days, she takes on something awful. Hollering, screaming, never you heard such bad name. Upstairs complains. When he comes, right away, better. Eats what he brings her. That way, it helps a lot, too. We don't go so much in the house. Maybe relief she don't come. Max, loaf of bread, cheese, pickle, maybe some coffee even. It helps.
I suppose you know, Mrs. Pocciotti, that you can be held liable for this.
What?
How long has it been going on between this man and your daughter?
Max? I think maybe God knows.
Mrs. Pocciotti, I have the feeling you're deliberately evading my questions. That doesn't improve matters any. Cooperation from you will simplify things a great deal.
You speak funny things. I don't think. I try, but I don't make it out.
I don't think you try very hard. Now, if you listen to what I ask you, if you try to give sensible answers, things will get on much better. Now, how long has your daughter and this German boy been going together?
Question. You get me mixed up. Question. How do I know what's wrong?
Tina, Max, how long did they go out together?
Since school, since the beginning at school.
And after your daughter got sick and shut herself up in the dark, when did the boy start coming in that room with her?
Maybe 5 or 6 months.
And you and your husband, Mrs. Pocciotti, neither of you did anything to prevent him from coming?
My husband's Ed is no good, and I got work to do. We get along best as we can. What happens is God's will, I guess. What is wrong is wrong. I don't know is all I can say.
I see. Mrs. Pocciotti, the girl will have to be taken away.
Take her away. She won't like it.
I'm afraid we can't consult her wishes in the matter, nor yours either. You've shown yourself completely incompetent to care for this girl. I think I may say that you have even contributed to her delinquency.
I don't think she'll want to be going. You don't know Tina. She fights. She kicks something awful.
If she won't go peaceably, she'll have to be removed by force.
I hope she will go. It's bad for the boys, her laying there naked like that.
What? Lying naked?
Yeah, she won't keep her clothes on. The boys look in through the door and they laugh and they say bad things.
She'll have to be taken away and held for a long observation.
Well, better you make it be soon, the way she's looking.
What do you mean? How has your daughter been looking, Mrs. Pocciotti?
Like this.